Alright, good morning geometry guys, coming at you from third period. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe with the bell. Alright, so studying trapezoids and kites today. So trapezoid is a quadrilateral with at least one set of parallel sides, okay? A lot of our quadrilaterals that's four-sided are also parallelograms because here are parallel sides, and these are called bases. So this is a base, and this is a base. Alright, the other two sides that are not parallel to each other, these are called legs. Alright, all these angles that are either at the top together or at the bottom together, they are called base angle pairs. The interior angles add up to 360 degrees because basically there's two triangles when we cut it in half. And this one right here, these two are supplementary, and these two are supplementary. Okay, remember, supplementary means that they add up to 180. All right. Now, a lot of things that we've already covered, the rhombus, rectangles, I forget what some of the other shapes that we've already covered. They're basically, again, it's all similar stuff, just a different shape. Okay, so if we look at example 1, how to find x and y. Well, x is over here. It's on the same. So we can do 180 minus 52. Well, this is 128 degrees. Alright, and then y would be 180 minus 88, which would be 92 degrees. Alright. So, pretty simplistic. Alright. Kind of straightforward. So, mid-segment, this is basically like cutting it in half horizontally. Okay. It's parallel to the bases, so this little arrow triangle thing there. And also, some people have called this the mid-segment before. They called it the equator, since it cuts it in half that way, kind of like, on the globe, unless you're a flat earth person and you don't believe a globe exists. So, alright. Now, half the length of this mid-segment is the sum of the bases. Okay. Basically, this is what it is. You add whatever, this could be base 1, it could be base 2. You add these two together, divide by 2, you get the length of that mid-segment. Okay? So, case in point. Example 2. Well, here's one base, here's another base, there's the mid-segment. So 17 plus 14 divided by 2. Alright, so that's 31 over 2 or 15.5. Either answer is okay. Hence the reason I'm putting the word or. Okay, kind of the same way we've been doing stuff since August. It still amazes me that people still don't know how to do things we've done since August. Alright. Is everybody good through example 2? Does anybody need more time? A few people need more time. That's okay. We actually got people writing notes today. Small victories. You can't see that. Please, you know what joke is about to happen, right? Okay. All right. So we're all good here. Anybody need? Okay. Finishing and go. All right. So example 3. All right. Example 3 is a little bit different, and this is why. This is our mid segment. All right. So our 36 would go here this time. Bless you. And because this is a base and this is a base, we would actually add these two together. All right. So to solve this, what would we do first? What's our first step besides cry? Multiply by 2 because this whole thing is being divided. And then we would subtract 40. And we would get 32. Now this doesn't have a measurement. Does it say like centimeters, feet, whatever? I'm trying to keep away from that like I have all year to only have to only have, you know, measurements of length and degree, okay, and that's it, not both. All right, looks good for example 3. All right, isosceles trapezoid. Base angles are congruent and the diagonals are congruent. So base angles, that means this is congruent to this. Now, I'm not going to draw the diagonals on here and mark them congruent because it's kind of like some of y'all's conversations. It's just very messy. All right. So kind of like, you know, we had isosceles triangle, isosceles trapezoid. And, you know, this is where, you know, this is a leg. This is a leg. All right. So, example 4. ABCD is a isosceles trapezoid with the measure angle B of 102. Find measure angle A, C, and D. Now, based off the definition we just had, which angles are congruent? Yes, B and C, A and D. All right, so if B is 102, that means C is 102 degrees. All right. Now, how are we going to find these other two? How are we going to find A and D? Yes. Remember, they're on the same side, so this is supplementary. So we would say 180 minus 102. We get, oh, not 98, 78 degrees. Okay. The same process, just different shape. It's just like if you're a mechanic, you're going to do the same process to change oil. It's just in different places sometimes because of the make of the vehicle. Okay. I could say surgeon, but I'm not going to have that much of a lofty goal. All right. So, isosceles trapezoid. So AC is this. Well, AC is right here. That's the diagonal. We know the diagonals are congruent. I didn't draw it because, again, messy. BD is this right here. So, solving the problem right now. Accidentally wrote a 28. We need another snowstorm, or so we just need to come in late. Alright, so X would be 12. Okay, notice just asking for the actual variable, not to plug it back in. Alright. Trying to, because a lot of this stuff is over and over and over, you'll see on some of the later problems, it will be a lot of setup and not solve. I know some of y'all will be really happy about that. Alright. So, alright. So, a kite, it looks like the old school versions of kites. Diagonals are perpendicular. That will help us. Also, like, has distinct pairs of congruent adjacent sides. That means that if they're right beside each other, they should be congruent, like these little ones. All right. Now, it says set up and do not solve. That is going to be paramount for a lot of the stuff that you're going to see on the test. Key. Paramount means like top, like the mountain. That's why if you have Paramount Plus, icon is a mountain. Alright. So, to find X, well, X is right here. To find Y. Now, these were setting up and not solving. Yes, you could go back and solve them if you wanted to. Okay, I know everybody's going to, y'all going to hang out together later today and just try to solve all this stuff just because it's so much fun. But you would actually need to find X. Please don't hurt that board. It's brand new with you hitting your head on it. Please stop. All right. So, find, example 8, find the measure 1, 2, and 3 in the kite shown. All right, 2 of these are really easy to find. Which 2 are those? Yes, angle 1, because the diagonals are perpendicular. So 1 is 90 degrees. That's why if you're always cold, you go in a corner, because it's always 90 degrees. Now, which other angle is easy to find? I think I heard somebody say 3. Yes, it's 32 degrees. Because, these angles are congruent and they're cut, they're perpendicular bisectors again. All right. How would we find angle 2? If this is a triangle, we know 2 angles. Angle 2 is 90. Yep, 180 minus 90 plus 32. All right, so now that is our lesson. Y'all have like 4 little practice problems to do, and then we're going over. All right. For those listening around the world, don't forget, hit like and subscribe to the bell. Good stuff. Good things. Roll Tide.